Okay. Some. Wow, that is blurry. Blurry webcam footage. Let's see. There we go. Where the fuck is my white? There's my white. I'm glad I have another tube of this. Where's my blue? Might want this one. Paint. Then this colors. And that's gonna keep happening. Okay. Where's the picture in my downloads? Here it is. Hi, Megan! Let's see. Let's see. A little bit of yellow. Yellow. Alright, so I have a crappy printout trying to match this color right here, which is kind of a turquoise. Decided to bring out this, which is basically a palette knife, to do the mixing. I have not actually used a palette knife to do mixing with acrylics before. But basically, for this color, we're gonna need more blue than yellow. It's actually already pretty close, but because this is a dark room, it's gonna, one, I'm gonna need a little bit more of it, but two, I'm gonna need a little bit of white and a little bit of black. Why is this black dusty? Oh right, because I had to just open up a new one because my old one just fucking died on me. Yeah, paint can go bad. I'm terrified of actually checking out how my oil paints are holding up. Alright. Just a little bit of black. That has just completely disappeared already. I guess we're doing that. put that in, and then a smidge of white to gray it out a little bit. This is not an exact science. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who goes, oh, I can get you your exact color that you want in 2 seconds. Just give me a formula of 1 part blue, 2 parts red. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have an eye for it. Plus, this picture's actually pretty dark, so, like, whatever like, actually getting the right color is a little bit less precise. This is actually one of the issues I ran into when I was trying to do this on the computer, trying to match colors and stuff, and I said, this is clearly skin tone, why is it so dark? Yeah, he's the only person not allowed to use the pinkest pink. I think that's a pretty good blue. Let's wipe off the knife and get us a brush. So it's going to be all of this area, and we're doing the background first, that way I can just paint over it if I need to. Don't need all the water, so we dab that off. You don't actually want to load up your brush all the way, you just want to get some on the bottom half. And since this is actually dealing with the bottom of the canvas, I'm gonna just put it up like this so that we can get around this edge a bit. It's a nice teal. And you know, just get a little bit of blue in it there, here and there, but honestly you can just brush that out and blend it in on the canvas. I like to blend in on the canvas all the time. And this is actually about where I need to stop, even though I didn't really do it like that on the drawing, because I'm looking at my reference and Caden's hand starts about there, so we're going to just do a little bit further and then continue. Just try to get as much of that line covered up as possible without really going over it too much. If there's spots where we're not sure what's going to happen with it, like this is fine going over this shirt in this way because that shirt's actually darker, but I don't want to go over the head that much. And then let's see. Kind of even out that. And while it looks like I made more paint than I need, I'm gonna use a palette knife and scrape it into a little corner. That way it doesn't dry as fast, because, you know, surface area means you're going to dry faster. Dab off some of the paint over here, then we can just put it in here. Make the water all blue. You can actually see the line where the blue is, because that's gonna, it's pretty permanent blue, I think, so it just stains the brush a bit if it's white and synthetic. Excuse me. Stretchy. Let's see. I pop that palette knife. Now, you can see that the background's actually a little bit complex with, you know, the open door there. Don't know what's going on in that corner. You've got the wall, but if you fold it a little bit, see, oh, you can simplify it into some shapes. Let me just fold it. So, like, got a little bit of bed, and then you got a gray shape here, white shape, some closet, so that can be you know, a dark gray shape, another white, and that's about where our canvas ends. I don't mind getting paint on the bottom here, so we can just turn that over. And I actually went up a little bit on here, even though that ends about there. Actually, that drew a little line in the paint when I scraped it, so that'll I wonder if I can actually just do that with a palette knife. Yeah, kind of. I don't put any trust in it. So in this part, we're just going to be doing some grays. You know, just a very light gray here, dark gray at that end, about here. Actually, use a pencil to give an idea where I'm going to be doing painting. So the bed ends about there, and then we can just go straight into the gray. I'm not going to worry about that basket. And that's about where that segment finishes. The wall and shoulder, and then just white. If I wanted to, I could do some white stripes right here, but I really don't want to, so that's just going to be more black. Stretch. Alright. So on here you can see there's a little bit of bluish green there, the turquoise, from when I was taking the white earlier. We're going to want to avoid that when mixing our grays. So we're just going to take some of that, and it's, again, avoid it in the black. Just mix it up. And so what we can do is just add blacks or white as needed. to get the tones we need, since you're really only adding one thing, and that's pretty simple. And I think I want a little bit of a warmer hue, so we're just gonna dip the knife in the yellow and mix that in. And take red, just put a little bit in the palette next to it, because we're not starting with our reds just yet. Do a little dip of that, see how that goes, because if you want about, for whatever reason, my black has a slight blue tone. Now this is just labeled Mars Black, and I guess Mars Black is just very slightly blue tone, so when I mix it with any of my warm colors, I have to put a little bit of yellow or red and with it. And I'm being really conservative with the amounts I'm doing. I just mixing on eyesight. Just really don't need a lot. This is gonna get us closer to the shade we want. I dip, you dip, we dip. That's funny. Sounds like an ice cream slogan. Because there was a ice cream place back in Indiana called the Silver Dipper. I guess that is nom indeed. I'm just gonna want a little bit more, and then we're all set. Don't want to go too far one way or another. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's good. Just play a game of, is this still blue? No, it is. Somehow I managed to splash a little water. Got the bed here, do a little overlap of the arm. Again, we can just go over it if we need to. And because this part is thin, it's dry, so I can go over it. And it's a little bit of a curve, so we're gonna want to reflect that in the way that we go over it. And I just did a bit of a silly thing there, which was let my brush fan out a little too much. Now, then this goes up like that. It's okay that we overlap the hair a bit. And then Why is this weird? Paintbrushes, I swear. Okay. So this part is almost white. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna take what paint is on the brush and mix it on the canvas, because you can do that sometimes. Go over the ear some more. So this gets it very close, but not quite white. And there's not quite enough paint left on the brush for over there. Okay. We almost have enough. We can just add a little dab of both colors and make sure they just get mixed up as we go along. Goes over the line a bit, that's okay. Make sure this is mixed adequately. We're actually getting a little bit of pooling down here because of the way I was. Now we're gonna cover up the hand because I actually was generous with it in the drawing. And we're gonna do these two spots. This one is a darker gray, the one over here, and so I'm gonna just wipe off our brush and clean it. And try not to get paint everywhere, like I just did. Okay, there's a little bit on the palette right there, and I just stuck my finger straight in it. There we go again. It'll get covered up, I don't care. Now we're gonna add some black. And this is actually a warmer gray than the previous one. So we're gonna put some more yellow and red. Oh. Help. It's gonna be good enough. Wipe that off. Get my brush, which just tiny bit wet, which is exactly where we want it. Just fucking paint everywhere. No. Bob Ross was on, like, I think, I want to say PBS. I don't know. He was certainly not vulgar. Just come on over here with the gray. No, I thought it was funny. I just too literal sometimes. Now, this part still looks wet to me, so I'm not sure. Yep, just tiniest bit tacky, so I'm not gonna go over with the turquoise just yet. And like, if you're checking if a painting is dry, check the reflection of light, because wet paint's going to reflect it more than dry. And don't touch the glossiest part. Just like touch the parts that you think are dry and see how much like how sticky it feels. If it's completely dry, it shouldn't feel sticky at all. And let's see. So get this color off a brush. Ugh. Stretchy stretch. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to do straight black back here or tint it a little. And you can tell this is cheap because there's just water on it and it blooms out like that. This is really not my primary reference at the moment. That I have a picture on my computer screen that I'm actually doing, but this helps. So we've got a couple different colors here, and I think what I want to do is just make it into a very dark brown. So we're going to take our yellow and our red, and we're not really going to worry about the white. So, gonna take some black, and like there's just a little bit of white there. Don't really care. That's not enough to change the color. At least not in my opinion. And every time I see this red, I think of ketchup. It's like, oh hey, what up, ketchup? We're already very close to the color I want, which is that a real dark brown. But not quite black. I think I want a little more red. Okay. Let's check how this is. I think I want to wipe this off a little. And let's get in there. Yeah, like you can kind of see in the here that like when it's a little bit on the thin side, it is in fact a brown. But I am gonna not care or something. I don't know. It's the color I want. Kind of makes me think of dark chocolate. Or chocolate sauce. I wouldn't want to eat this. And so I need to do this. There we go. Let's see. Almost done with the background first layer. That doesn't mean we don't go back and fix things that need fixing and stuff, but we just want to have an idea of things, and it also makes some other stuff easier. Teal's almost dry, but not quite. Okay, let's wipe this brush off. And clean it off in here. I'm gonna come back in a minute. Just get this dumped out and clean that brush because I'm not gonna use it for a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So the next thing I'm gonna do is have to mix up some flesh tones. That actually can be kind of hard, but it's gonna be a big piece of what we have here. So I'm gonna be putting it in this middle part. So here, so skins is a peach color. Probably going to need more of my yellow and red. This makes me think of ketchup and mustard. Already got a bit of a pink tone going on. So this is getting rather light. Getting kind of close to what we want, but it's not quite there yet. Splurt. Actually just gonna take a little bit of blue, not a lot, just a little bit, and mix it in to get it a little bit more neutral. Don't need a lot, a little bit will go a long way. This bottle's almost out, which is why I'm glad I have another one. So I'm going to do next is push this to the side a little bit and then make a second darker color over here. I'm just gonna get just a little bit of black. That's just an ugly color right now. What we're doing is creating a shadow tone. So you've got your regular blush color, and then these are going to be the shadows. And I can already tell that the small amount of blue, a little bit much. I'll put a little bit more black in it, and then I'll probably end up putting some more white and not white, yellow and red in it. Because this is a gross pudding. Actually, it's actually, I mean, it looks a bit like chocolate pudding, honestly. Which is really about the color I wanted. Chocolate pudding. Okay, so a lot of that. Wipe that off. Let's get a large brush. I think I'll go with this one. Get a bit of water on that. Move this around, get more paint on me. I do not recommend the pudding. So what we're doing here is color blocking, which is basically taking a color and filling in a about the area where it's going to be on here. So find all the little highlight and regular color areas and just make it peachy. This goes up to the hairline, so we'll just work at it to that. Right here, bridge of the nose. And we're actually not going to do this part because that's going to be a highlight. It's going to be an area that I'm going to block in as dark to start out with. And while we do the ear, it's going to do a little bit of the shaping for it. I like to brace myself on a spot of the canvas where I'm not going to ruin anything when I'm doing something like this. Gotta get a big ear shape going on. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna do up to there. And this actually kind of indicates where his collarbone is. So you're getting a highlight actually underneath it, and then the projection of the bone actually casts the shadow right here. I'm just gonna crease that area. We're gonna do a little bit over here because that's gonna be another highlight. But I just want to have a little bit in that area. Also, that bottle is the jankiest thing ever. And then we got big segment of arm. And this part would actually have been done better with a flat brush, but I do not feel like changing brushes. And that just kind of curves off like that. We're gonna push it a little bit more towards the border so that there's some overlap when I do the other shades. And we're gonna get his chin. And nose under here. And you can actually tell that the paint is picking up a little bit of the graphite that was laid down earlier, just the way that it mixes. And that's okay. We have light coming from underneath, which is why his nose is all lit up like that. Increase the size of this bit a little more. A little bit right here. I think I'm actually gonna do this with a little bit of white so that I can graphically just figure out what's going on there later. And then got a little bit of white on here, just for no real reason. I'm gonna blend it in, put in a little bit of highlight. It doesn't have to be real good, just has to get the point across. And we're just gonna put a little bit in the corner here and to indicate where the highlight's coming in for that. And now we do the baby. Sweet little precious baby. He's actually got a slightly different skin tone than his dad, but it's not enough to make a much difference when I'm at this stage of the painting. Babies have big foreheads. That is a feature of babies. Just big old foreheads. There's a little bit of a highlight on this side, but it's not as much as on this side. So I'm going to put just a little dab of it here, because there you go. And put some on the neck. Just this, and over here, we're just going to put a little bit at the top of the sleeve. And then we are actually running really low on this color, so I'm probably going to have to mix up some more soon. Just paint some on the baby hands. Baby hands. Okay. And a little bit of white to mix in for the to indicate the highlights. Having a big old forehead just shines like a billboard. Just get this up into the hairline a little bit. Dab it on the nose a little bit, and it's just completely lost the shape of the nose there, which is okay. And just gonna get some of this paint off. It doesn't have to be complete because we're going to a color that's very similar with the brown. And we'll just mix it up. Oh, I forgot to put a highlight on baby's ear. We're just gonna take a brush. It's smallish. Get a little bit the pink. Get it on that ear. Since his ear is partially covered by his hair, we'll just do part of it. And then just a little bit on the tip. And this looks real weird because I'm only partway done. Okay, so working on a baby, and I overloaded my brush a little bit. Chocolate pudding is not for painting. I'm gonna completely black out the eyes with the color, and that way you can just go over it with your highlight later and don't have to worry as much. Put some here. And up this way on the nose. This is actually a little bit creepy now. Damn it! Where'd this blue come from? Trying to get some of this. Just in my seat because bisexuals just can't sit at all. And here we're actually going to start a little bit of black just to get like extra dark spots. Because I'm having trouble. You really, like, it gets real muddy with the black, but that's okay. Just do some graphical, just a little bit of representation where the eyes are. Because that's how my brain gets lost. paint in his arm. Hey, hey, shoot. Shoot. Okay, well now you're swimming. So I guess you're dead. Baby's got pudding on his face, face, face. Baby's got pudding on his face, face, face. Alright, and then let's start on Dad. Totally realized I just haven't touched this arm at all. This dry? Yes. Oh yeah, let's get some of that chocolate on here. It's gonna be great. It's good for your skin or something. I don't know. A little bit of water. Eep. Okay. And this is why, with my oil paints, I just use my burnt siennas and yada yada for doing stuff. Because like right here, I just have my primary colors and black and white, and also magenta. Yeah, I'll drop it. Where is it? I have. And I also have a bunch of my art supplies on a different website because that was not the button for copying the link. There we go. Because it's cheaper on that website. Welcome to me waving around a wand for 20 minutes to an hour, something like that. Oh no, I painted over the baby fingers. Oh well. I knew where they're at. They're right there where the baby fingers are. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna try something. Ugh.